Hello, my name is Justin Haynes. I am in Finance 3124.521U25, and this is my Tableau assignment. So let's get over there. So to start, we made a chart showing the average weekly wage by county, and here we have our 4 counties in the greater Tampa Bay area, including Hillsborough, Pinellas, Pasco, and Hernando. And this comes from a data set where the data showed us many things like our county, industry codes, employment level, quarterly, yearly, and then the weekly wages and quarterly wages of private establishments, businesses within the area. And you can see in this graph here where the darker color represents more businesses available. And you can click on them and show it specifically where you click on it and it will fade out everything else and really focus on that what's available. And then so this was fairly simple. Then moving on, we have our weekly wage by industry. And here we see a lot of industries available, and these are all coded by numbers. However, if you get provided a list where it explains which each code means. So for example, this 22 here, this large one, that's going to be utilities, and that makes a big deal because in the Tampa Bay area we know our electric providers such as Tico and Spectrum and Verizon, they're all massive employers within the area. And then other numbers, for example, like this 11, that's agriculture and so on. But we really focus on this utilities here, that is the big one. And then moving on, we have our employment by wage. And this is very massive information here. So as you can see down here at the bottom, the more employees that get paid more are working more. You see there. So down here, you have low employment level for low wages. And this is across each quarter here. And so you have month 1, month 2, and month 3 for the whole quarter. And it is very positively correlated that as people are getting paid more, there is more of an employment level. Actually, that's false. This would be, yep. Actually, yeah, correct there. And yeah, so you see this positive correlation there. And then moving on, this is going to be a Gantt view. Actually, no. This is the tree map. This tree map is a breakdown of the relationship between the number of establishments in a given area and then the weekly wages. And you can see there is a massive correlation here. We're down here at the very bottom, very low employment levels with low quarterly establishments. And then up here, you get very high levels where there's a lot of establishments available and a high level of employment. And this is very important. As you go down, you will see that there is less and less employments available if there's less work available. Very commonly we see that areas of high unemployment don't really have many available job opportunities, versus in the greater Tampa Bay area we do have a good amount of establishments available which can employ a high amount of individuals. And yeah, this was very insightful, using Tableau to visualize data, bar charts, and then tree maps, and then the interactive map here of the counties gives you a very big breakdown of how adding establishments, adding places to work increases wages and decreases the unemployment level. And yeah, very focused on this where it is highly correlated, and same here, highly correlated between the number of establishments available and then the amount of quarterly employees.